They don't understand our love. They say we're not good enough. No matter what they say, oh, we are. We're having the time of our lives.
Hello and welcome back to Walk the Talk, your favorite TV chat fest. Do you hate your job but can't leave because it pays the bills? Are you thinking of something else you really want to do, which makes you happy? Are you that person who hisses at your alarm clock every morning? Well, you're probably not alone. According to a Forbes report, unhappy employees outnumber happy ones by 2 to 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And the Washington Post actually reports that only about 13% of people worldwide actually like going to work.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. But why is this so? Why is it often so difficult for us to follow our dreams, to do what we love and make money from it? Well, this is what we'll be talking about on the show today, and we have the perfect guest to discuss this. So don't go away, we'll be right back after these messages.
In the time of our lives.
Welcome back. Elena and Chigol are here with me today as always, and ready to discuss this topic. But before we do so, let's see this short video.
In the time of our lives.
I think they are very encouraging results. People feel that being happy makes them to earn more. They become more productive. I think that's a very good result. That reflects the society's view on happiness and work. We discovered that happiness affects income in two ways. One is directly by increasing the productivity of a worker. That is, the happier people are more productive than others. Second is that happier people work less. They go on holidays, on recreation. They work less. That reduces a little bit of income, but once they come back, their efficiency is much higher than others. They are more productive. They earn more. So overall effect is that happiness increases the income of an individual. And overall, if you see, we also found that happiness reduces income inequality in the society by 9%. That's an excellent result I have got. Go on holidays, that makes you more productive. At the same time, try to be happier and try to be happy in life, and government should try to look for ways which increase the happiness of the people. We should encourage marriages, stable marriages. We should keep the jobs of the people. We should encourage people to go on holidays. We should encourage socialization in the country so that people meet with good people around. These are some of the key things. Divorce rate should be reduced also. That also reduces the happiness of the people. Married people, separation should be avoided. I think on social front, something should be done in the society. This is what I feel.
In the time of our lives.
Basically, when you're happy, you're at your best. And I can vouch for that personally because, starting this show for me was about taking charge, of my own life and doing something that I really enjoy.
Exactly.
Talking about things I like and meeting really, really interesting people as we're about to do.
And learning,
today. Yes, and learning from them and sharing experiences and all that. So I think it's really important to be in a position where you can just be happy and find contentment with whatever you're doing.
Yes.
So
That's what I've always said to myself, that when people just have regular conversations with people and they would say, work. I said a real job is when it's not work.
Exactly.
That's the best job ever.
You look forward to Monday.
Exactly. And I tell people, I'm not just told somebody, I tell people all the time, if you wake up every morning and you figure out that where you're going to spend the next 8 hours of your day and you smile, then you're good.
Yeah.
If you hiss or go,
you're
always sighing.
Yeah.
you always
Then there's a
always
problem.
sighing, then there's an issue. And that's, I think, but once again, our society plays such a huge role in people's abilities to pursue or not pursue their dreams.
They
because
pressure you.
You're always, because it's about having that sustenance. It's about having
Money.
a nest egg. It's about building and acquiring wealth to keep for yourself and your future and children, and sending them to better school and being able to travel abroad. But you can't do all that with your prettiness or the Holy Spirit. You need cash.
You need
Exactly.
cash to do
And it's a major issue, that money. And I think it's what it's holding a lot of us.
But
I think also, apart from just the monetary aspect, there's also a great emphasis on what will people think.
Yes.
yeah.
You know, it's like
We care a
you're
lot about
going
that.
from, people will say it to you, it's like you're going from there to there. And that drop, are you really sure? And then they actually try to start planting doubt into
your
you.
mind,
yes.
And fear also, things that will hold you back, things that will make you feel that, "Ugh, well, I don't know, maybe it's not for me, maybe it's not
You
the right
start
decision."
questioning
Exactly.
yourself. A decision you may have already made in your mind. But as soon as you talk to maybe this uncle, this auntie, mommy, daddy,
Immediately.
it's happening as if
And then they'll make you also feel as if suddenly you won't be the same person, as if you're going to suddenly change, but not for the better, for the worse.
you'll be the
most
same
times.
person, just poorer.
Well, let's
But
put
not
it
for
this
long.
way.
I know,
You're working hard
exactly.
at it, not for
You're
long.
working hard, you're pushing your dreams and so on, or even without necessarily having any grandiose plan, you're just doing something that makes you
Happy,
happy.
exactly.
Meaning this is your dream. Your dream is just to be happy, to not feel low. To be
Contentment,
smiling.
self-content.
Exactly. To
Very
be
true.
satisfied. To just know about that whole inner peace and so on.
We could talk about this for days.
Forever. Forever and ever.
Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll meet our special guests.
In the time of our lives.
Welcome back to Walk the Talk. Our guests today are an interesting mix of people who are living their dreams. First is Femi Jacobs. Femi is an evolving, multi-talented, award-winning recording artist, a budding Nollywood leading man, blogger, and entrepreneur. Wow. But he started out as a banker. Welcome, Femi. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So we also have Kayode Fahm with us, a motivational speaker, a classical guitarist, martial artist, movie maker, with experience working in the financial sector, who retired from his paid job to chase his dream at the age of 45. You're both welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Delighted to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd love to hear the story behind your successes. So we have a few questions to ask, and hopefully it'll be a very inspiring and insightful discussion for our viewers.
Right. So our first question would be, how difficult was it basically to take that decision to chase your dream? Femi, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, that's the way you can tell the story, to make it look like, to make it seem like it was you were courageous and you were strong and you just took the leap and everything. But I think it required a bit of planning, because the scare was there. I mean, you're used to a particular standard of living.
Of course.
You spend time with a couple of colleagues who were part of your life, and let's not forget that there's certain prestige that working in an established institution gives you, and you don't want to walk away from all of that, and you don't want to take it so lightly. But then you contrast it with the happiness you feel when you do this little thing, on the side. I just took a leap based on the fact that I had this little value chain, this values I was doing on the side. And I found a way to make people pay a couple of tens of thousands for them, a couple of hundreds of thousands. It grew to millions, but it wasn't until I left and I dedicated my time to doing that.
Wow.
What would you say to people who are afraid of chasing their dreams?
There's
And we
always
know,
that element.
especially in this society that we are in, what kind of advice can you give to someone who's probably sitting somewhere watching this now going, I really want to,
I want to be
but
like him,
I really want to be like him, but I can't.
I don't have a safety net. So
Exactly.
that's what some people,
I
that's
know.
what holds people back.
Absolutely. No. When you're trying to chase your dream, you're taking risk. And anything involving risk is going to involve fear and a lot of anxiety. So it's okay to be afraid. That's what I want to tell people. That's what I want to tell everybody. It's okay to be afraid. But you mustn't let the fear overwhelm you. What I advise people is to make fear your friend. not your master. And I think one of the things that can help an individual discover their passion is by becoming a self-expert, which is in line with what Femi is saying. And the three sort of checks for self-expertise, if you like, is sort of trying to find out what's the individual's unique strengths. That's the first thing. The second thing is what are your values? I.e., what's your soul made up of? Okay. And the third thing is what experiences do you love? You see, so that's where I start. I said, I start with those three things. What are your unique strengths? What are your values? And what are the things that you love? And with some introspection and a little bit of soul searching, self-examination, hopefully the individual will now find something. And then we can now say, okay, we can now work to how do we now go for that?
To express that.
To express that. And just to sort of finish the question that was asked about this fear of going forth and doing what you really want to do. The beautiful thing is that when you take that leap of faith, when you now make fear, anxiety, respect for your audience, when you say, okay, let's do this, and you take that leap of faith, guess what happens? Things start to happen. It's almost like the universe starts to work with you. Leads turn up. People say, hey, yeah, I need that. Opportunities now just manifest. And you're like, wow, what happened? So what seems impossible at first, like, how do I start? How do I begin? There's no way. I'm tied, I'm caught, I'm restricted. You have to find a way out of no way.
Exactly.
And only by taking that leap of faith, suddenly then that manifestation takes place.
I have an example. In 2010, March, was when I actually decided I was going to quit that. And that was just about the time. The moment I made up my mind, I began to work, I began to consult with people, I began to chase my leads. As a matter of fact, for my business. And I began to say yes, a lot more yeses to Tinsel. Because sometimes they would call and I'm like, I'm at work, I can't make it, I'm sorry, But then I began to say a lot more yeses to them. When you're open to it, you're not afraid anymore. I think, and I agree with what he was saying, doors will begin to open by themselves.
No, I really like what you're saying because it really does seem like when you have that, let's call it a defining moment for you, for example, when you keyed into what exactly your purpose is, it's like the universe almost conspires with you and you're, not to sound like,
mystical.
quoting Oprah or becoming some mystical guru, but yeah, you're really at one with your purpose and the universe. So there's like a relationship going on. So which takes me back to your earlier point about, living your dreams, and if that makes you a better person. A person who is really not just happy and fulfilled in their own right, but is giving something, giving something to others, to the society, to the community, So can you tell us?
Yes, this is a very important question and a very good question because I see a lot of artists, I meet a lot of artists, and they're sort of caught up in their art. And I think for me, what was important was I believe that we have to pursue our passions, live our dreams, but we've got to help others do that as well. We have to inspire others. So if I'm fulfilled in what I'm doing, let that fulfilling energy rub off on other people. And let other people say, yeah, that's me, I want to do it. So, that, if you go to my website, you'll see this short film called A Dream. And the reason why I shot that film, A Dream, was because I wanted to inspire people to say, look, go for it. You have a dream, it can be anything. But don't be afraid, just do it. Just go for it. And the universe will help you, okay? And I believe that we too need to be, these role models or heroes for the young ones coming up. And I think film is the platform to do that.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, we call it walking the talk.
Yes, that's right.
But I think when you begin to get into this area of living your dreams, taking risks, you begin to connect beyond the ordinary, the ordinariness of just making money and making a living. Because for you to say you want to live your dreams means that you're actually all ready to contribute, to be a better person. Let's not forget that we only make money when we create.
Oh, yes.
And we can only create when we're happy.
Exactly. So we've come full circle.
I think it is,
Nice.
Thank you very much.
I think I have so many pointers to take home now and reflect on what I'm gonna do. Because in order for me to retire at 45, I must not be afraid of not having money. Help me, Lord. Okay.
What I'll just add to what Femi has said, and I think it's very, very poignant what he has said, is that and what I coach on and what I tell people is make the money, but don't let the money make you.
Oh, yes.
Don't let the money define you. So it's really more about self-worth as opposed to net worth. And I try and get people to really build their self-worth. Stop looking at what other people are doing and look within. Find your passion, find your calling. Invest in these skills that money can't buy. Your self-worth will grow, and
The rest will come.
the money just keeps score. That's all it does.
Well, thank you very much. This was very insightful, very inspiring, and it's definitely one of those topics that we could go, on and on. But sadly, we have to let you go at the point we're at. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
We're having the time of our lives.
After our great discussion with Kayode Fahm, we have a special treat for you. He's going to be showing us a few martial arts moves, hopefully nothing too stressful for us beginners. And he'll tell us a few words about what he does and why this is all, so interesting. So, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Tabia. I'm so excited and delighted to have this opportunity to talk a little bit about martial arts. We're just going to go through a brief sort of introduction to martial arts.
Okay.
Some exercises. A lot of people, they see all the action, all the jazzy things on TV, but they don't realize it's the simple things that actually enable the more advanced things. So what we're going to go through right now, I do it every time I practice.
Really?
So it's really, really important to go through these basics.
Okay.
And the basics are just something as simple as breathing in, raising your arms up. So together, everybody, let's go. And down, out. And then from the neck, let's just rotate that tension out of the neck. A few rotations. And now what we do is let's just rotate the torso. People don't like, but let's just a little bit. This is for the, for the waist area. That's it, bend to one side. You always see the dancers do this. Bend to the other side. Very, very good for that. The love handles. We all got those love handles we got to get rid of. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, last one on the other side. Great. Back a little bit. Now, those who have difficulty, don't go back too much. Just touch it a little bit, come back forward. All right, and stand up again. Touch a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. Come back forward. And gradually, one more time, just go back a little bit more. Yeah, and come back forward. Beautiful. And we do the same thing. Just grab your ankles. But again, the idea is to grab those toes. There we go, like that. Like that. You can now meditate. Okay, so that's that. And then when we now go further, that can now enable one to do the splits. Okay, to get the splits done. To get the splits out, one. Go the other way. Two. Get your splits down. And what I also like to do is I like to go over it, because this is very, very important for the hips.
My hips don't lie.
It's been a wonderful instructional
Thank you very much.
video. And I hope you will,
In my dreams.
I hope you
We're
will
impressed.
practice those little stretches, those little exercises, every day, because I think it will actually help you, health-wise, and help you feel better and move better, and help your hips and your body.
Will it help my back?
And the back as well. Those, just going back a little bit like that will just gradually strengthen the back. And massage also helps as well. But please, let me know if there's anything I can do. My website's there, as you know. Tutorials are there. Get flexible. Get in shape. KayodeFahm.com. Everything that we do and more is featured. And you can always go to the website and pick up some more tips if you can reach me.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
very much for this very interesting demo. Be careful. Not for beginners, remember that always. Don't try that at all. But you can still try to do a few little things, keep fit, stay healthy. And thanks again.
In the time of our lives.
That was definitely a lively and engaging episode. We'd like to thank our guests, Kayode Fahm and Femi Jacobs, for sharing their thoughts with us on living your dreams and pursuing happiness. Because of course, as the saying goes, if your hobby becomes your job, you'll never have to work a day again in your life. So this is us on Walk the Talk, encouraging you viewers to live your dreams, be happy, feel fulfilled, and pursue happiness. I'm still your host, Tabia Princewell, saying goodbye, take care, and remember, walk the talk and pursue happiness always.
Dreamers, they don't understand our love. They say we're not good enough. No matter what they say, oh, we are. We're having the time of our